Credit unions in Alabama and Florida have 3 advocacy opportunities to begin the year, including the Florida State GAC. Hi, I'm Mike Bridges, Senior Director of Communications with the League. And the Florida State GAC is learning more about legislative and regulatory issues, getting a better handle on the upcoming elections, and also handing out some awards. But first and foremost, the Florida State GAC is about meeting with lawmakers and discussing all of the issues. Credit unions made 30 visits in one day.
It's really more about the other point.
The meetings range from a quick 10 minutes to some lasting 25 minutes or more. Most of the meeting rooms were packed. The main issues discussed were helping to strengthen consumers' data security on gas skimmers, allowing OFR to share exam reports with the Federal Home Loan Bank so credit unions can access the secondary mortgage market, and helping credit unions to establish a centralized service of process. The meetings were engaging and resulted in some lawmakers showing interest in co-signing on some of the legislation. Senator Darren Soto from the Orlando area put his name on 2 as soon as the meeting was over.
We talked about some key issues such as the anti-skimming bill and allowing state charter credit unions to be able to bring out home loans, which is particularly critical for my district. So we're definitely open-minded to hearing suggestions, and I became a co-sponsor of both those bills today.
One of the representatives we spoke to, he agreed to co-sponsor 2 of the bills while we were there. That was pretty impactful. And then finding out later on that that doesn't happen very often was pretty exciting. And those are 2 pretty important things for the credit union movement.
A little bit more discretion to...
The state GAC had record attendance and included a keynote address from Speaker of the House Steve Crisafulli, who gave an overview of the House priorities for the session. Senate President Designate Joe Negron was named the 2015 State Lawmaker of the Year. He thanked credit unions and said they were among the first to support him back in the year 2000. He said he hasn't forgotten that.
That right there.
Florida Chamber's Marian, one of the leading election strategists in the state, looked at the upcoming election. She told attendees that the fastest growing party over the past 20 years is the other category. She said voters are most concerned with jobs over any other issue heading into the election. She told attendees that with 160 state seats, every U.S. House seat, and 1 U.S. Senate seat up for election, becoming part of the process this year is a must.
If we don't vote for good candidates, if we don't get out and work for good candidates, if we don't volunteer in the offices of good candidates, you let those others get elected. And you have no right to complain when something happens. It's not good.
Attendees also spent 75 minutes with state and federal regulators. The NCUA went over exam priorities for this year. It also pointed out that consumers want credit unions to have a good response to data breaches. OFR sees that 77% of state charters have a net worth over 10%, and 83% of state charters were profitable. Bruce Ricca and Ed Eastwood spent considerable time talking about loan portfolios and ways credit unions can enhance their loan products. Attendees had good interaction during the entire session. Many credit unions were recognized for exceeding their PAC fundraising goals. In some instances, it was more than 500%. For a day and a half, credit unions came together to immerse in issues, meet with lawmakers, and more than anything, show they are making a difference in their communities across Florida.
It was very insightful, especially from OFR, to hear that they're very interested in carrying on a dialogue and ensuring that we're looking at areas that will ensure success. So that was very reassuring and rewarding.
Visit the LSCU Action Center on the LSCU website to get more involved with advocacy. Download the LSCU app to stay connected to the League all year round. Just go to your favorite app store and search LSCU.